Awesome. All right, exterior. The first part of exterior is the lights operation check. So I'm going to ask my examiner, would you mind assisting me with the external lights check? They'll say, why, of course. Alrighty, at the front of the bus, I'll need you to check clearance lights, my headlights, high beams, left and right turn signal, and my hazard lights. I'll indicate to you which lights I'm turning on as I turn them on. At the rear of the bus, I'll need you to check brake lights, tail lights, left and right turn signal, clearance lights, hazards. Same deal, I'll be activating lights in the seat. My examiner is going to be giving me the thumbs up as they see the lights I activate. For the lights I don't have to activate, try your best to make some sort of gesture so that they know what light to check, but as long as you've mentioned those lights, should be in the clear. We're going to move past this because it's kind of hard to do on video. So, moving to the exterior of the bus. Your engine will be completely off at this point. The front of my vehicle, lenses and reflectors are the proper color. They're not missing, they're not damaged. Awesome, that's the whole thing. Critical fluid levels are back here in the engine compartment. I would check oil at the yellow dipstick, coolant at the reservoir sight glasses, and power steering is tucked away back in this right corner.
I can get that. There you go.
Oh yeah. To make sure all of these fluids are in proper operating range, they should be between the add and full lines on the dipstick. All of this moisture on the ground is water. I don't see any dripping fluids from the underside of my engine compartment, and I don't hear any air leaks. We're going back to the front. The power steering box is securely mounted and not leaking. The hoses and connections are not cracked, worn, or leaking. There are no missing nuts, bolts, or cotter keys. The connecting links, arms, and rods are not worn, not cracked, and the joints and sockets are not worn or loose. My steering box is in the corner. The linkage goes back to your front wheels. We're going to move to the passenger side of the vehicle because the instructions will tell you to inspect the passenger side. So that's your door side. Front wheel. The air pressure of this tire should be 110 psi. I would check it at the air valve cap and stem here with the tire pressure gauge. The air valve cap and stem are easily accessible. The sidewall and tread of the tire are not damaged. There's no cuts, gashes, slices. I can't see cords of the sidewall showing. The tread needs to be at least 4/32 of an inch. I'd say we're in good shape. The rims are not damaged, cracked, bent, distorted in any way, and there's no illegal welding repairs on the rims. The lug nuts are all present. They're also not broken, not distorted, not damaged. There's no signs of looseness, such as rusty trails or shiny threads. The studs, as well, are not cracked. Moving on to suspension. If I look at my bus, I see that it's sitting nice and level. If it were really tilted, that'd be an indication there's something wrong with the suspension. The mounts are back here in the wheel well. My mounts, I don't have any leaf springs or coil springs on this bus, but my mounts are not cracked, they're not broken, they're not missing any parts. The airbags are not leaking and they're mounted securely, they're not damaged, and the shock absorber is also mounted securely, it's not leaking, and it does not appear to be damaged. The brake hoses and lines are behind the wheel here. They're not leaking, they're not worn or cracked, and all couplings and fittings are secure. There are no brake contaminants such as debris, oil, or grease on the brake linings or the brake drum. Side of my vehicle, lights and reflectors are all the proper color. They're not damaged, they're not missing, and they're not broken. I would check the other side of my vehicle's lights and reflectors in the same way. Traffic monitoring devices, we have side view mirrors. My mirrors are clean, they're not broken. The mounts are secure, there's no missing bolts or other mounting parts. We do not have any traffic monitoring cameras, so all we talk about is the mirror. Our battery is back over on the driver's side of the bus. The battery is behind this panel. The battery is secure. Connections are tight. There's no signs of excessive corrosion, and the cables and lines are secure. They're not worn or cracked. A lot of walking around. My fuel tank. The fuel tank is secure. The cap is tight. There's no indications of leaking from the tank or lines. My DEF tank is also secure. The cap is tight and there's no indications of leaking from the DEF tank or lines. The frame of my bus is located under the vehicle. The frame is not cracked. There are no broken welds, holes, or other damage to the frame members. Lastly, rear of the vehicle lights and reflectors. They're the proper color, not broken, not missing. That's Pretrip, people. It's easy.